Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bigger Than Race, exposure to all things true, whether you like it or not, with unique perspectives from different beings from all walks of life. This is Bigger Than Race. Investigate truth on your own terms.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bigger Than Race. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brando. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you on this beautiful Wednesday evening. Maybe morning, maybe afternoon where you are. But needless to say, we are all here and we are all blessed. Now, today, I just have so much to talk about. And I mean, it's time to get caught up to where things are definitely headed. And we all know the fourth industrial revolution is a huge paradigm shift. And if you didn't know, now you know. Because everything is being shooken up. The many sectors that we once knew are being changed right before our eyes. Now the question is, are you awake to witness it? Some of us are. Some of us are just waking up. But ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to wake your ass up all the way. Now I want to thank my Patreon members. I want to thank anybody that has been supporting the channel. Thank you, truly. At whatever level you may be at, I'm giving you gratitude. Now, I need everybody to hit the like button, please, as you enter in, because that is the only form of reciprocation that you can do. And you may feel a little bit giving, and you might want to contribute to the channel's growth. So the super chat is open for you. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to tarry too long. I just want to get right to it. Let's go. Oh, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. The update, Cardano, Space Chain, SingularityNET, DAG, Constellation. Ladies and gentlemen, pack your bags. Because if you don't, you will miss the boat. And like I always say, you will kick yourself in the ass. As being the crypto godfather, I have a duty to only bring you the truth, whether you like it or not. Let's go. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the real life Jetsons. That is what they are turning us into. Now, there is a lot that is going on behind the scenes in regards to space. And if you have delved into Space Chain and have followed the 6 degrees of separation, which is a rabbit hole that you must do, and I have already provided my Patreon group with this information. And if you haven't watched it in the Patreon group, please, ladies and gentlemen, go and do so. But Space Chain is doing marvelous things. Certain things you can't even do here on Earth because you need that clear, free atmosphere, that abyss to do certain things that they're doing in regards to growing things in space, and the list goes on and on. We talk about being able to visit space on a plane with Elon Musk. But what if we're able to go to space and stay in a space hotel? I mean, we could see E.T., have them serving us if we wanted to. But it gets deeper, ladies and gentlemen. It always gets deeper. Now, CNN travel, where the possibilities are endless. World's first space hotel scheduled to open in 2027. Now, this little wheel here may look familiar to you. I've seen this in various movies. I believe one of them was in Elysium. But you see this in these space movies. Look at the hotel. This is what seems to be the bar. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I would have to participate in something like this because I like to take risks. And this is a risk in an experience of a lifetime. Once they get the kinks out, I ain't gonna be the first 10 because the first couple people end up getting fucked up. But I'll be down that list. Let me be about the 1,000, But check it out. I mean, would you do this? Look at this. I mean, I might have to go and do this, honestly. I really must. A stay in space could be a reality. Welcome to Voyager Station, an ambitious space hotel project. If you're daydreaming of future travels while stuck at home during the pandemic, why fantasize about the beaches of Bali or the canals of Venice when vacationing in space could be in your future? Back in 2019, Californian company, the Gateway Foundation, released plans for a cruise ship style hotel that could one day float above the Earth's atmosphere. Then called the Von Braun Station, this futuristic concept comprised of 24 modules connected by elevator shafts that make up a rotating wheel orbiting the Earth, was scheduled to be fully operational by 2027. Fast forward a couple years and the hotel has a new name, Voyager Station, and it's set to be built by Orbital Assembly Corporation, a new construction company run by former pilot John Blinkow, who also heads up the Gateway Foundation. In a recent interview with CNN Travel, Blinkow explained there had been some COVID-related delays, but construction on the space hotel is expected to begin in 2026, and a sojourn in space could be a reality by 2027. And I believe they can do a lot of things in regards to fixing and building in space a lot faster than they can here on Earth. Now, we're trying to make the public realize that this golden age of space travel is just around the corner. It's coming. It's coming fast, said Blinkow. It is coming fast, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming faster than you can blink your eyes. When I told you in 2020 in December that the ark was closing, clearly you have seen the wizard, his wizardry has conjured up a close. Now, I don't mean it's fully closed, but I mean the tides have rose, they have risen higher. And it's just going to keep doing that. So if you don't have any space change, you better pack your jet suit because, ladies and gentlemen, we're going literally straight to the moon. Not that fake moon that they try to pass off as real. We're talking about the real deal Holyfield. I've already shown you the hotel pictures, but let's continue. Renderings of what the hotel might look like suggest an interior not dissimilar to a luxury earthbound hotel, just with some pretty spectacular out of this world views. When the initial design premiered a couple years ago, Tim Alator, senior design architect at Orbital Assembly Corporation, told CNN Travel the hotel's aesthetic was a direct response to the Stanley Kubrick movie, 2001, A Space Odyssey, which he called almost a blueprint of what not to do. We must watch that movie, ladies and gentlemen. We have to. I think the goal of Stanley Kubrick was to highlight the divide between technology and humanity, and so purposefully he made the stations and the ships very sterile and clean and alien. Instead, Alator and his team want to bring a slice of Earth to space via warm suits and chic bars and restaurants. Guests might be in space, but they can still enjoy regular beds and showers. That's not to say the hotel will ignore the novelty of being in space altogether. There are plans to serve traditional space food like freeze-dried ice cream in the hotel's restaurant. If I go to space, I spend all that money and you giving me dry-ass ice cream, I'm slapping you and the space god in the face. You're going to give me some dry ice cream. You ain't Dippin' Dots. Plus, there will be recreational activities on offer that highlight the fact that you're able to do things that you can't do on Earth, according to Alatar. Because of the weightlessness and the reduced gravity, you'll be able to jump higher, be able to lift things, be able to run in ways that you can't on Earth. Now, I just said you are able to do things in space that you can't do on Earth. So where do you think this machine is that can heal the body by just going into it a couple minutes? it's in space. Because in the movie Elysium, they had that same machine that Donald Trump was around, and it was in space. So keep your eyes open, get you some space change, because if you don't, sorry, we're going to be the new astronauts, and we're going to be a part of the haves, not the have-nots. Now, speaking of space, I love Constellation. Shouts out to Cher. Constellation DAG, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen this, you might just have your top blown back. But ladies and gentlemen, this video, I'm telling you, I'm going in. I'm going in.
Autonomous vehicles are no longer just a vision of the future. Today, more and more mobility enterprises are researching and manufacturing these vehicles, also known.
Pause. I need you to get the likes up. We got 46 people, 22 likes. All y'all want this free information, but don't nobody want to contribute when you can do it free. Come on, just help with the algorithm, please, so we can continue the show on the road. If not, Jeopardy music will soon kick in. I want to start this back up. We only got 26. Let's get to 30 and we'll get it right. Don't do it for me, do it for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing like giving back. It's always a good feeling. We got 28, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Now, once again, DAG, Constellation, is a big deal. And if you don't have none, you'll be running to get some after this.
Autonomous vehicles are no longer just a vision of the future. Today, more and more mobility enterprises are researching and manufacturing these vehicles, also known as AVs. MOBI, the Mobility Open Blockchain Initiative, is the world's largest mobility consortium. Its vision is to make transport greener, more efficient, and more affordable, reducing congestion and pollution while also making vehicles safer. Emerging AV technologies offer these possibilities, supported by MOBI's strategic research program on autonomous mobility and logistics. Constellation has paved the way for emerging AV technologies to reach their true potential. As part of MOBI's Connected Mobility and Data Marketplace, Constellation has co-authored the Working Industry Standard for Secure AV Data Communication. Autonomous vehicles rely on connected and on-demand ecosystems that collect data and transmit it to other constituents. This involves data communication between different mobility vendors and different vehicle components. Constellation makes it possible for AVs to make decisions quickly and safely by sifting through large amounts of complex data, some 40 terabytes per 8 hours of driving. By securing the data streams through distributed ledger technology, Constellation ensures the safe operation of AVs. Constellation's DLT expands upon the current capabilities of traditional blockchains by using directed acyclic graph architecture to scale infinitely. This cryptographically secures complex data structures in contested network environments. It is a highly resilient distributed network with no single point of failure. Constellation's DLT also secures the data produced by one of the core AV components, the LiDAR sensor systems. LiDAR is an active remote sensing method for measuring distances to objects such as other cars and obstacles on the road. It creates a 3D representation of the environment around the AV. LiDAR sensors are essential for the safe operations of autonomous vehicles. LiDAR data allows AVs to make quick decisions to prevent accidents from occurring. This technological development ushers in a new chapter in Constellation's mission to drive the mainstream adoption of DLT technology. Constellation creates an authentication pipeline with end-to-end security, making it easier and more efficient to process and secure LiDAR data streams in real time. Constellation allows AVs to make quick decisions by identifying LiDAR data related to vehicle component failures and potential collisions before they happen. Manufacturers are also provided with crucial insights into data analytics. Constellation also protects LiDAR data streams against spoofing, corruption, and other threats. By securing the data behind emerging AV technology, Constellation supports Moby's vision of a cleaner and greener world at a time when we are more aware than ever of our carbon footprint. This is the only way forward. AVs will drive the new world of mobility today and into the future. And Constellation will be there every step of the way.
Boom! Oh, as I just hit the boom, DAG is up 5%, and it's going to keep going up, ladies and gentlemen. And when they mean AVs, they're talking about autonomous vehicles. A lot of these companies that are on the mobility website are a big deal. When you talk about what DAG is doing, Constellation, and then you look at what DAV is doing, everything goes hand in hand. It's all an interoperable connection. They are building different things to connect like Legos. Many people don't seem to think that is what's going on here. They think everything is a goddamn battle, but it's not. And yeah, I know I have fun with the whole XRP, XLM. It's funny because you can see how so emotionally invested some of these people are. And you can tell by their responses. But it's neither here nor there. We're all here to get this money. And on this channel, it is bigger than race. Now, to dive into some AGI, SingularityNET, Cardano, ADA, Fractal Crypto. Ladies and gentlemen, you hear about me sharing his content on this channel all the time. He has done it again. I really do believe that SingularityNET is going to mint millionaires this year. And a lot of the growth in regards to the fourth industrial revolution is going to happen between now and 2025. And we're getting ready to kick off a big shift in April. And I called April out back in 2020 when I told you the arc was closing. See, I don't mind reminding everybody because the wizardry is just on another level. Now, you may seem to think, he's so damn arrogant. You know, matter of fact, before we even dive into this, I want you to understand something. People they always misconstrue passion for arrogance. When my passion is just me sharing the love and the knowledge that I have to share individuals that can help. I really feel like I found the joy out of this. The joy I get is when I have people call me, Patreon members, who call me and leave messages like this. And I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this, but no one will know who he is. But you need to hear this because I can help a lot of people out there accelerate their learning curves. And the money that you pay is nothing. Okay? Yeah, it may seem like it's a lot of money, but the money that you're going to make, that ain't shit. You're talking about chicken wing money. I'm talking about bringing you generational wealth money. Type of money you need to sit down with an advisor to go over. You understand what I'm saying? But I want you to listen to this. This is a very authentic message, and there's plenty of them out there. And I'm sure that Patreon members who are live in the chat, they can also attest to this.
Yeah, I mean, hey, all smiles over here, man. I'm gonna let you know that right now. That Godfather is quite big, and that praying sign is quite big as well. And I guess I'm up about just a tad bit over 11K. 11K in a couple days. That's not bad at all. I want my coin. I mean, even if we can purchase that. But yeah, all smiles over here. The looking out as always. Peace, brother.
See, that is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I need everybody on YouTube in the Patreon group. I want you as happy as he was, because this just happened in the last 2 days. I put him on some pics that I share with my Patreon group, but I can share it now. But it's chilies and also wax. And y'all seem to keep thinking that wax is not the big deal. Wax is, and I will bet anybody, whoever wants to bet me, I will put $10,000 of my own money up. And I bet you that wax will be the dominating force in NFT space. It will be number one. And if you're not ready to take up on that bet, because the reason why I can say this is because I have the knowledge and the understanding, and you know, I also am a wizard at the same time. I just know things. I can see the future. Just like I know many of you will be calling me very soon, just like this. You can't make that laugh up, boy. You know that's a laugh that just got some money. Hear it one more time from me. Hear it one more time.
Yeah, I mean, hey, all smiles over here, man.
That's it, baby. All smiles over here and Bigger Than Race. We are a group of prosperous individuals from all walks of life. And if you want to be in that community, you have got to come correct. Because we are big on authenticity and integrity. And anybody that tries to go against that, I have to bite them in the ass. And I'm okay with doing that. Now, let's continue. Let's continue. We are back in AGI. Fractal Crypto. Shout out to Fractal Crypto on Twitter. But he sent me some great info. And first of all, I want to highlight some of his posts recently. And I know we went over this, but I'm going to highlight it again. SingularityNet plus Cardano partnership equals trillions in market cap. SingularityNet, a revolutionary technology on the scale of Bitcoin. SingularityNet, AI Oracle tokenomics and insights. Just like Chainlink is an oracle, SingularityNet, AGI, is an oracle. And this thing is definitely going straight to the moon. Now, are you ready for what's coming? SingularityNet's AGI hockey stick exponential growth is this year. Looks like AGI and Cardano, ADA, is partnering soon. Well, we already know that they're partnered now, but SingularityNet platform, literally the first project launching on Cardano in a few weeks, will be explosive. So this is getting ready to launch, guys. So if you don't got your bags packed, you better get them things packed, because this video is definitely going to cause a little friction, because it is just what it is. Let's hear from Dr. Ben Gertzel on this gigantic project.
You know, we've got so many exciting things in the work now. This is going to be the most amazing year in the history of SingularityNet, and I think I'm going to be able to, you know, we've got so many exciting things in the work now. This is going to be the most amazing year in the history of SingularityNet, and I think I'm going to be able to say that every year for some years to come. I mean, that's the nature of exponential growth and exponential change. And I think we're entering a period of very, very rapid exponential growth for SingularityNet and decentralized, you know, democratic, beneficial AI and AGI.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you not just hear that? This was Ben talking just recently. Come on. Get your bags ready. Now, I'm not going to say I'm the only one that has been talking about AGI. There's a lot of people before me. Crypto AI Prophet and Mac 007. Ladies and gentlemen, get your bags ready, please. Now, let's continue. Gonna be a huge month ahead for SingularityNet, AGI. Twitter is 100% coming to SingularityNet. Yes, so that's the partnership that they were talking about. Twitter is partnering with SingularityNet to bring about a decentralized social network. And we know that Jack Dorsey is big on crypto. Now it says, look, Twitter CEO Jack at SingularityNet's Ethiopia office at ICOG Labs. Now, says programmers at ICOG, coders, alumni, together with other coggers, the co-founder and CEO of Twitter and founder of Square, Jack, paid a visit to our lab and met with the full-on ICOG Labs team. It was a pleasure to introduce him to the full pool of projects. Yeah, you can see him right here, right here. Boom, boom. This was in Ethiopia. Now let's look. This is Jack Dorsey. Twitter is funding a small independent team of up to 5 open source architects, engineers, and designers to help an open and decentralized standard for social media. The goal is for Twitter to ultimately be a client of this standard. Now, what he's referring to is SingularityNet, ICOG, a company based in Addis Ababa, working on AI development projects and devoted to paving the way for Africa's technology leapfrogging. Now, this shows he's following Khan Academy founder, also Ben Gortzel, also Singularity. So it shows you that this is real. It ain't no pie in the sky things, ladies and gentlemen. The people that are contribute to the channel and or come on the channel are on the same frequency as the integrity of this channel. I hope that didn't go over your head. Now, this is the second tweet to that one. Programmers at ICON Coders alumni together with other covers. Okay, and the 2 of 2 have been working on. We would like to thank Jack for his time. Okay, so this was the same thing. Same thing. Here's more. It says one boom, Twitter plus SingularityNet partnership incoming. Twitter, SNet plus Cardano equals decentralized Twitter, Ethiopia pilot. Twitter CEO Jack is decentralizing Twitter plus needs a deal. AGI plus ADA opening Ethiopia offices together. Jack follows Ben Gortzel plus SNet's Ethiopia AI team at ICOG's Labs, which we seen Jack Dorsey in the picture with him. Words mean things, folks, and so do pictures. Pictures mean 1,000 words. Exactly. You know what? I want to show you these next pictures, but I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you could smell me right now because I smell like the inside of a Rolls Royce. Now, if you never smelled what the Rolls Royce smells like on the inside, just sniff your screen and you might get a whiff. Yes. All right, let's go. So, yeah, this is basically going over the same thing. What Jack is talking about, Twitter funding a small independent team, which we know where it is. And he says, I'm moving 1 billion of my Square equity of my wealth, 28% of his wealth, to Start Small LLC to fund global COVID-19 relief. After we disarm this pandemic, the focus will shift to girls' health and education and UBI, universal basic income. But you only want to help girls' health. What happened to my health, Jack? It will operate transparently. All flows tracked here. Of course it will, because the blockchain is a trust layer. Now, we see once again who he's following. Khan Academy founder Ben Gortzel and SingularityNet. Come on. Now, this was a few golden nuggets from Charles. Says 2, Charles been hinting that multiple birds are coming. Cardano plus Ethiopia government have an upcoming project. SingularityNet plus Cardano opening new combined offices in Ethiopia. Soon, Twitter could be using AGI plus ADA in Ethiopia. Come on, guys.
Hi, Charles. How's the Tala Prism coming? On schedule, on target, scaling up in Georgia, scaling up in Ethiopia. We're doing some good stuff. I'm going to see if we can do an HUSD port when we launch the Plutus testnet after we do native assets. We already have a Plutus implementation of the HUSD design because it's interconnected with what we'd like to do for the next generation of Cardano. And it's very important to pull those things together. So there's got to be some way of creating a unique chatbot and an NFT together and tokenizing and selling it for collectibles. And they'll have their own personalities, and people can create them. How was Ethiopia? I've been there many times. We have an office there. We have an office in Addis Ababa. And actually, we're just about to open a bigger office with SingularityNet, because Ben actually has an office there too. And we want to get some peanut butter in that jelly. There's great synergies there. And we have
Oh, you want peanut butter and jelly, Charles? You want peanut butter and jelly? I need some goddamn peanut butter and jelly too. What I want is a sandwich that tastes like the inside of a Rolls Royce, that operates and moves like a decentralized robot, and that has the glasses of a Charles Hoskinson, if that made sense.
very close relationships with the Ethiopian government, Ethiopian companies, and perhaps we have something to be said about those relationships at some arbitrary point in the future. What we're planning on doing is I'm going to have a meeting with all of our security guys this week, and we're going to come up with some form of a scam squad. And I might hire a full-time dedicated person who does nothing but due diligence, scam, and investing, like a former FBI guy or something like that. And what we're going to try to do is go talk to all the other top 10 cryptocurrencies, top 15 cryptocurrencies, and see if we can create an industry-wide messaging and basically say, hey, these are the common scams that occur, and broadcast as aggressively as we can about these scams. And also, I'm going to talk to some lawyers and see if we can set up some form of class action incentive. I will leave that for Agalos to announce, but we want to do a little sneak peek. The scientists are super excited about it. We're going to keep working to get Genesis done, and then after Genesis is done, the second half of this year, we will talk about Omega, the protocol to end all protocols.
Wait, I have to go back to this.
Protocol.
I want you to look. Remember how we talk about words mean things and pictures mean things, folks? But does this not look like Donald Trump? Like from the peripheral? Am I wrong or am I lying? Anyways, it don't really matter. Twitter creating decentralized social media foundation with crypto projects to port the Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, they do not want us to be aware of the decentralized world. They don't want you to participate in decentralized finance. Yeah, we know there's things being launched. You have to be very careful because you have a lot of scams. People just want to cash in on your dollar. Can you get in things at the bottom and ride it up for a quick in and out? Absolutely. But if you invest in those things, betting and thinking that because somebody's telling you on Twitter and this, he has this kind of reputation and he knows this person and that person, please do not think your ass cannot get scratched. And it's going to hurt. It's my job to help you not go through that. It's my job to help give you some confidence in regards to crypto knowledge. Because if you are in the Patreon group, please believe you are getting the wizardry, Cryptonomics, by the Crypto Godfather. Now, we see there is more from Fractal Crypto. Huge. Cardano, ADA, listen up. SingularityNet CEO and SingularityNet DAO CEO will be doing keynotes, presentations at the Deep Tech Forum tomorrow, speaking alongside Elon Musk. SingularityNet DAO, AGI are the only crypto projects invited. You're looking at next tech unicorn. Yeah, and you have to pay attention to the 6 degrees of separation. These guys don't hang with each other for no reasons. You'd be a fool to think this is nonsense. Now, these are the what's going on at the event. Curing the incurable with AI. CEO of Juro AI. Ben Gortzel, CEO of SingularityNet, creating artificial intelligence-driven decentralized finance. Singularity DAO. Remember I told you about NeoX, partnered with Singularity DAO, all in neuroscience and manufacturing. Felix Adrian, CEO, co-founder of Grata 4. Welcome remarks, Rico Pang, founder and secretariat chairman, Deep Tech Forum. Opening keynote presentation, Elon Musk, founder and CEO, SpaceX. Tesla, Neuralink, Starlink, and the Boring Company. The disruptive power of quantum computing. Scott, Principal Ambassador Leader EMA and AP, IBM Quantum. Solving challenges in life science and healthcare at scale today using early stage quantum computing tech. Vishal Shetty, Head of Quantum Value Creation, SIA Partners. Now, this was in a Telegram chat, SingularityNet. Institutional token purchasers obviously want to drive the market up and down in waves to optimize their profit along the way to securing long-term holdings. And I remember we went over this in the previous AGI video. This is Ben Gortzel talking. We have not seen huge institutional money into AGI so far, but with the coupling to Cardano, one expects it may happen in coming months. I just showed you that Ben Gortzel was just on video telling you to expect some revolutionary shit, okay? Well, he said exponential, and that exponential can carry on for years. And I just told you 2021, 2025 is where that exponential growth goes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a bag holder of AGI, you might as well already call yourself a millionaire. Huh, I know I am. Now, SingularityNet utility token purchasers are formally speaking neither investors nor donors, right? Ask Tim and Anderson, not my words, that's sure. Ben Gortzel, donor is the word, but utility token purchasers are not donors. And I wonder how you came by the knowledge that institutional money is not currently flowing into AGI, by the way. Wink, wink. Come on, guys. Come on, what are we talking about here? And SingularityNet just recently partnered with Crypto.com. It just keeps getting so bullish, okay? What we got here? Fractal Crypto, please. Somebody send him a virtual drink, NFT beer from me so that he can just drink and collect wax at the same damn time. Now, the huge Elon Musk is 100% trolling SingularityNet AGI right now. We went over this, highlight it one more time. Do androids dream of electric cars? Do androids dream of dick? This is a book, I believe, used. Do androids dream of electric sheep? Huh. Web Summit. Huh. Ben Gortzel at a Web Summit. Come on, guys. This is just bullish information. SingularityNet are currently the instrumental leaders in AI for decentralizing social media. Twitter CEO back in November 2019, Jack visited SingularityNet's ICOG labs in Ethiopia. Jack then launched Blue Sky Initiative in November 2019, also to collectively build the decentralized social media foundations from which Twitter can port its back-end processes to build in decentralized community governance. Clearly, Twitter has grown too big and is now an arm of the state political agendas, so they're changing it. SingularityNet have already built the decentralized AI reputation engine needed for a decentralized social media platform, which will never have to ban anyone. It will community rank and rate content via SingularityNet's AI and liquidity rating engine. This is ready to see the potential Twitter pilot in Ethiopia right now and will likely be announced soon. Cardano Charles is talking about birds are landing. This seems to be a decentralized Twitter pilot in Ethiopia. And we already went over this stuff, guys. It's just bullish. It's just so bullish. And it's just so bullish. And now I want to get onto some NFT talk real quick. And I'll chime in to my people out there. Now, this dude spent $175,000 on digital trading cards. They're now worth $20 million. Now, the only couple of places I know that are truly booming like this is Wax and in the NBA Top Shots. Now, to give you an idea of how these NFTs work and how they move in value, these NFTs are correlated to the token price of wax. Wax goes up, the value of your NFT goes up. Now, to give you an example, I paid $15 for a card from BTC Origins. Whoever this person was should be kicked in the ass. But one man's trash is another man's treasure. Now I picked it up, $15 in wax, and there happened to only be one out of 12. I had number 5. Guess how much that NFT is worth today? $2,100. This is the evolution that we are on, ladies and gentlemen. And when you talk about the freeways, there's only so many of them. I want to own the goddamn freeway. I want to live at the White House. In my mind, I am the goddamn president. Now, the only ones doing it like this is Wax, Capcom, Street Fighters, Atari. You got all this stuff going on. William Shatner, Topps. And Topps is going to bring basketball cards. You're going to see football cards. They already came out with the GPK Garbage Pail Kids. Just think. And now this, Godzilla? Oh no, Wax has done it again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I'm big on Wax, because I'm big on money. I want generational wealth. Plus, you can stake Wax. It's a no-brainer unless you have no damn brain. Well, let's see Godzilla eat your brains. Your brainless brainy. We got to do that over. Ooh. Who's doing it like Wax? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Come on, guys. You got Spock getting ready to come back. What's the dude who played Spock from Nimoy? I'm about to show you right now. Where you at, Nimoy? Come on. But it's just so much bullishness. And then, Wax co-founder William Quigley will be a special guest on today's CNN Markets Now. And you know what? Let's see if we can find this so we can play this here. Because if he was on there, there's a reason why. There he is right here. Let's get Mr. William Quigley.
Its biggest weekly drop in nearly
government bonds, but there's $17 trillion worth.
Here's
the post-halving.
All right, this is it. Let's go.
Welcome to Markets Now. I'm Allison Cossack, streaming live from New York. Great to have you with us. It's halftime of the trading week. Let's get started. Volatility is back as investors try to stay ahead of the next phase of the pandemic. Rising bond yields are causing jitters again. After selling off last week, Bitcoin is recovering. Could it double or even triple in the next 12 months? And this could be a huge year for sports betting. We're going to be talking with the CEO of FanDuel, who says demand is higher than it has ever been. Before we get to all those great topics and guests, let's check out the action on Wall Street. Looks like a mixed picture today. The Dow is in the green, but tech stocks look like they're dragging down the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, with bond yields back on the rise. A higher yield on the 10-year is raising concerns about valuations for stocks and concern about a pickup in inflation. All right, we watched Bitcoin tumble 21% last week. It's actually its biggest weekly drop in nearly a year. But today it looks like Bitcoin is back above 50,000. So the big question everybody wants answered is what's next for Bitcoin and the larger crypto space? Let's ask William Quigley. He's the managing director and co-founder of Magnetic, a crypto-focused investment fund. And William joins me live. Great to see you.
Good seeing you.
So
he's also the CEO of Wax. See, what they have him doing is hiding. They want Wax out there, but they don't want too many people to get rich off Wax. You never really hear them boast it out there like that. But after it's all said and done, the world will know Wax because they will be using it.
You don't need me to tell you that it's been quite the wild ride for cryptocurrencies, especially for Bitcoin. Where does Bitcoin go from here?
Well, we've got a couple of events that people need to keep mindful of. The first is that the Bitcoin halving, which is when the amount that miners who run the Bitcoin network get paid, every 4 years or so, the amount they get paid gets cut in half. That happened in May of last year. And what's happened historically, whenever that happens, for between 12 and the next 18 months, Bitcoin can go up between 300% and 500%. So we are about halfway through the post-halving bull run. So by my judgment, we have a lot more to go with Bitcoin. Certainly 100,000 and quite possible $150,000 by end of this year to maybe Q1 next year.
Those are some big assumptions there. Big companies, though, are betting on Bitcoin in a big way. Companies like Tesla, MasterCard, and Square, they've actually embraced it. How has that changed the conversation around Bitcoin?
Well, I think it's huge. I think the latest survey I saw was about 5% of the publicly traded companies in the United States, the CFOs, said they would consider adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. And the reason they're thinking that is because corporations have trillions of dollars in cash. And where do they put it? There's government bonds, but there's $17 trillion worth of government bonds that yield negative returns. So government bonds aren't going to do much for you. But the big concern among a lot of CFOs and corporate treasurers is inflation and the diminishment of the dollar. So if you can avoid that by holding on to something like Bitcoin, Bitcoin has a finite amount, right? There's only 21 million Bitcoin. So there really isn't a concept of inflation there. And I think as an inflation hedge, it's very attractive to a lot of corporate treasurers.
Is Bitcoin going to your estimates of 100, 150 by the end of the year? Is that dependent upon, let's just say, Bitcoin going more mainstream?
Yes, but I think there's a fallacy in how people think about Bitcoin. I personally don't think Bitcoin will ever be a consumer mass market payment mechanism. The Bitcoin network really isn't well suited for that. But as a store of value and as a way to do large cross-border settlements, it's fantastic. So what we're seeing is massive interest from institutional investors. We are seeing, as I've mentioned, the post-halving bull run. And then utility. The big story last year, which now is flowing into this year, is the amount of utility, the new things you can do with things like cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in particular. This is a branch of blockchain called DeFi, Decentralized Finance. And I think DeFi is having a substantial effect on people's desire to hold Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies and on its rise in price over the last 12 months.
And in everybody's desire to hold on to cryptocurrencies comes Coinbase. It's the biggest name in crypto exchanges. It filed to go public last week. Now, you've invested in Coinbase through your fund. What do you think Coinbase's IPO signals?
Well, it's a watershed in the sense that there are other companies out there, publicly traded companies, that are in the crypto space. but Coinbase is certainly the largest. I'm hearing from various people on Wall Street that the market cap will be between 70 and 100 billion dollars. Every 10 years or so, when a new technology comes around, you get one or two iconic companies that represent that trend. So in this case, I think right now anyway, it's Coinbase. I would liken Coinbase to maybe American Online, AOL, during the internet era. It is the way many people, particularly people in the United States, have first gotten a hold of Bitcoin. They have over 40 million retail customers. And as a retail platform, it's done phenomenally well. You know, I think it's traded over 500 billion since it's been started, 90 billion of assets under management. And they made $1.3 billion in revenue last year. So it's actually a very, very impressive business.
Now, many investors in crypto and Bitcoin are really just investors, and there's, and you alluded to this, there's no real push to get it as a digital asset that you can actually transfer and use as an exchange of funds. But last week, Jerome Powell said that the Fed is looking closely at issuing.
I can trade it in and trade it out and use it as funds or not use it as funds. What are they talking about? I can go and sell it and convert it into fiat and buy my dinner. And you know how I bought it? With crypto. Because the money was generated in crypto. I just converted it to fiat because you simple-minded motherfucker don't want to get up to speed just yet. So this is how I have to do it.
A digital dollar. How likely do you think is that to happen?
I think since Tether was created in 2015.
He helped create Tether. Just to show you who he is. He also worked for Disney for 7 years. The guy got plugs.
Which was the first attempt to tokenize the dollar. My partners and I created that. The crypto community, and soon I think many outside of the crypto community, including Visa and MasterCard, are going to embrace tokenized fiat, tokenizing your currency. It's a very big deal. I suspect by certainly the end of this decade, all major economies of the world will have tokenized their fiat currency, because the benefits of that format of tokenization are extraordinary. There are really no drawbacks. There are only benefits to doing this.
Okay, well, we will certainly be watching crypto closely. William Quigley, great talking with you today.
Thank you.
Now, the question is, you have to ask, why did they put William Quigley on CNN? You have to understand how the powers that be think. And they love to put things in front of your face. And those same very things have a monumental effect on your ass in the future. And then you be like, didn't I see you? I missed the boat. Fuck. See, you could have became a millionaire. Now you can't. So they put these guys out here to show you where things is headed. Because I told you before, but it's a spiritual law. They have to tell you what they're doing before they do it. And they do it in very subtle ways and in ways that you would never see it coming. Like this. Oh, let's just put William out there and put him on CNN. We know we ain't gonna talk shit about wax, which we know is gonna revolutionize everything, which we know all of these major brands and companies are launching on wax, and they are continuously working behind the scenes to launch these things on wax. Now, your ass must be smoking some wax if you think I'm crazy. Now, people talk about, oh, if it's wax versus Omi, they're both going to have a major part in where we're headed, because things that Omi is doing, everything is going to be interoperable at a certain point. So they can all plug together. But at the same time, we can still have these displayed on our digital displays in our smart houses and see these marvelous pieces of art spinning in your display. And I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't even seen the tip of the NFT space. It hasn't reached to where it's headed. Get your position in now. Wax all-time high was $6. And that was with no launches on it. Nothing. Now today, you go on Wax and you see how the whole ecosystem is interoperable. Man, this shit gonna go beyond $6. It's gonna go on to make me wax on, wax motherfucking on. And I'm gonna do it all the way to the bank. And anybody on the wax train with me, we can get there and we can have a wax party. Although I won't be doing any wax. I don't do that craziness. I don't do anything outside of none of your damn business. But let's tune in real quick. I saw a super chat come in, and I want to actually highlight it and show some love because I appreciate you. 10 from Atlanta, super chat, $10. Appreciate the info, boss man. A little something to support the efforts. We appreciate that, man. That could buy me a 6-piece wing. Might not be no real meat because $10 don't get you too far these days. They're gonna give me some fake meat. Think about this chicken wings, but it's vegan meat. Yeah, put a little extra barbecue sauce. Yeah. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, we know this is your boy. Don, how are you? Your guests the past few weeks have been fire. Appreciate it, brother. We're going to keep on with the keeping on and making sure the show is continuously fire. Now, this is your boy, yes. 3 a.m. in UK, also crypto. Thank you for being here at 3 a.m. Chicken, you said what? I tried to convince people to buy crypto in October, November. Now they are interested in buying. Fuck them. Baha, thank you for the love. Thank you guys for telling everybody to hit the likes. A crypto abyss is biblical reference. Everything I say is kind of biblical, chicken tendies. Biblical. Now, the billionaire, what's going on, brother? Gang, better late than never. Absolutely. Man, I swear this is the .com era 2.0. Just watch the documentary on that. Yeah, absolutely it is. Tech Savvy, what's going on? Slim Bim, I made it. What up, my boy? Chilling. What phase are we in? Optimism, belief, thrill, or euphoria? I believe it's still optimism, but there is belief in there. So I think we're in the mix, in the middle of that. But still like probably at like 40 to 50%. But we're going to start to see a real kick up come April. For sure. Is the live be in your videos? Does the live be in your videos? I don't know what you mean by that. He says, where can you buy wax? You could buy wax on Bittrex, KuCoin, BitTrue. Wax is the shit, and I don't mean in your ear. LOL. C-Dog, what's going on? Brando ain't no joke. You know I ain't. I do joke, though, but I ain't no joke. You know what I want to talk about real quick is how people take the truth as if you're talking back to them. Like, for an example, I could be having a conversation with somebody, and I'm talking just like how I'm talking, very low. They're like, look, she's like, why are you doing this to me? I'm like, look, you and I both know that your head is kind of big. When you wobble, your head just leans. Well, why are you saying this to me? Why are you making me feel bad? I'm not saying anything to you. It's the truth. But why are you raising your voice? I didn't raise my voice. All I kindly said was that you have a big head and it leans when you walk. They take it and just blow it all up. And it's like you can't even speak the truth these days in a regular voice, an inside voice, without people taking it to the damn moon. It's like, look, people, you have got to be comfortable with the truth. Everything cannot be tailored to your own thoughts and the way you see it in your head. It just cannot work that way. You cannot elevate and grow in that manner. You're going to need somebody to challenge you. You're going to need somebody like me in this whole crypto spirit that tells you what you want to hear, that tells you the opposite, the other side of the coin. That brings balance. You want that balance because in the universe, there is light and there is darkness. But the balance, a lot of you got some light in you and you got some dark. Some of you got more dark than you got light. Some of you ain't got no damn light. You out here looking like Darth Vader in the face. Just, I am your father. I am your father. Oh, Darth Vader looking ass. But no, it's the truth. Like, we have to be comfortable with the truth. And I honestly, I cannot say things or do things according to how people feel. If I can't be myself, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't. Because I'm not going to be fake for you. I'm not going to do it. Now, you want to get this bread, you can get this money. If you're not in the Patreon group and you have made money, you need to join the Patreon group because you can make even more money. You think I'm giving you all the game out here on YouTube? Hell to the no. Some of y'all too damn selfish. You barely want to give a like, but you want all this game. No, I can literally take your learning curve and your portfolio from point A to point Z. Remember, I already done showed you before. Look, you heard it, you heard the truth, and we're going to hear it again.
Yeah, I mean, hey, all smiles over here, man. I'm gonna let you know that right now. That Godfather is quite big, and that praying sign is quite big as well. And I guess I'm up about over just a tad bit over 11K. 11K in a couple of days.
Just like
not
that.
Bad at all.
It ain't bad at all, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't bad at all. See, the only way you can make money is to invest money. Now, the more money you're willing to risk, not saying you're going to risk it and lose it, because I don't bet just to risk on bullshit. If I'm going to bet, it's going to be on something sound. It's going to be a sound investment because I want to insure the bag. You need to know that's how I think, and that's how I'm thinking for you. I don't want to make all this money alone. I want the people to make some of this money. They don't want you to make money. They want you in your feelings, all emotional and shit, crying behind the scenes, eating lemon pepper chicken wings by yourself. I listened to Big Boy Crypto. He said he was going to sell all his Ethereum. I sold my Ethereum. And the shit went to the moon. I don't want you out here like that. I want you to be in that jet, in that rocket ship, on that airplane, in that hot air balloon, in that blimp, any goddamn flying vehicle that the Jetsons used to have. I want you to be in it and on your way to the Tizop with me and all of the rest of the millionaires that are newly minted in this fourth industrial revolution. Why can't you? Too many people out here want to tell you you can't do something because they can't do it. Fuck that. You could do anything you want to do. I done been broke. I done been homeless. I couldn't take showers for weeks at a time. Now look at me. I'm shining like a new damn penny. And I smell like the inside of a Rolls Royce. And you know what? God is the only one who could take credit for this. And he made it as such so that he will prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. And all of them motherfuckers would have to watch. And I ain't going to be eating meat and ham and shit. I'm going to be eating some vegetarian beef. It tastes just like it. What you eating over there, Brando? I'm eating some beef and broccoli, but it ain't beef. So you can do it too. I can sympathize with all of you out there because I done been through all situations. You think I never lived with a roach before, but I had to stay in the house and it fucking had roaches. I'm not doing that anymore, but I'm just saying I had never experienced that, but an experience came and I had to do that for a duration. Just to say, God damn it, I done did it all now. Now, so where I'm headed, I ain't going back. Just to give you an example, getting ready to go to Turkey. I'm not flying coach. Motherfucker, we booking first class. We booked the first class, business class. And you know what? You have to do things according to your frequency. I'm not going back. Yeah, I could have saved $1,000, but I said if I get 3 meals and unlimited drink, and I can lay back, watch TV, biggest screen that they got in the back. They got to see me. They got to get on the airplane and see me. Be like, who is he? Bitch, don't worry about it. I got my mask on. You ain't gonna never know who it is. So get your ass in the back. But no, we should all do this, man. You got to live your life, and you got to live it to the fullest. And you have to understand who you are and treat yourself better than anybody else is going to treat you, because that's the only way they're going to be able to reciprocate that same treatment. That's the only way. Now, I know that many of you have been in tough situations. One of my Patreon members told me, they're in New York, told me they started off with like 1,500 to 2,000. Now where they at now, they at 45K. And they said they've been blessed by the channel. Now from 45K, they only gonna go up messing with Bigger Than Race, because what we do over here is real legit. We ain't gonna leave you out here on the hogwash by yourself, eating lemon pepper wings all alone. Nah, baby, we're gonna eat them wings with you. I don't even eat chicken wings, but I eat them with you because you're my people. Now, we need to understand that the fourth industrial revolution is more than just crypto. It's bigger than race. And ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. I appreciate every last one of you. The Patreon link is in the description. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. Also, send this information out. Pack your bags. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who this is. This is your boy, Brando. Investigate truth on your own terms. We out. Peace.